There we go, front flip. So DRC has released a new 1/10 scale bashing truggy, and I'm excited to see what they have to offer. But something's telling me that I might have reviewed this chassis before in Jeep form, and yep, there it is. So I've reviewed this Jeep right here, and this is the new truggy. Oh, it is upside down. Give that a little flip. So the Jeep was pretty good, but it had a few minor issues. Now, when I say minor, they were pretty minor. The main one was it had a roll cage in the back, and on the roll cage sat a spare tire, and there was too much weight on it, and it snapped that cage whenever you bashed it. But the good news is, this version doesn't have a spare tire and a roll cage in the back. This is a truggy buddy. And at first glance, yeah, this thing's not too bad looking. The rear does look pretty sharp. It has a nice little wheelie bar. Now moving to the front, it does look kind of odd. There is a big gap here between the bumper and the body, but I think we can fix that. The body does look super slick. We have satin black with some gloss black and some snake skin right here, it looks like. Yep, it says right there, Viper Sliver Rush. Strike first, but there's no antidote. Yeah, that's pretty fun. And you got to realize that this is aimed at beginners. So this is like kind of like a mild basher. So it's not exactly super fast. I believe this gets around 30 miles an hour on 3S, unless they change something with the setup on this one. But so far it does look the same. You do get a 2847 brushless motor. It has nice, solid, flexible steering links in the front, which is a good thing, because if you hand this thing to a kid or you smack it into a wall, these will not break. Also has CVD axles front and rear, nice oil-filled shocks. They are adjustable. Now the battery tray is kind of weird. It's one of those latching versions, which only works with certain types of batteries, which is fine because DRC does provide you with two 3S batteries. They are 1500 milliamp hour. They do have this weird triangular shape, which is all right, I guess. It does work pretty good with this chassis. You just latch it on just like that, lock it into place, and bam. And the reason that's fine because, again, this is aimed more for like beginners that are trying to get into the hobby. They don't have to worry about chargers because they give you one. They give you two batteries. This thing is all set, ready to go out the box. So in my opinion, this is a great setup for a beginner. As you can see, you get a nice plastic chassis with some metal reinforcements. It does have Phillips hardware though. The control arms are also really flexible, which is good. Tires are pretty cool. They have some red lettering on them. What's it say here? Rapithang. But the tires are kind of hard. They are grippy and they don't have any foams in them, but they are adequate for this RC. And also, another pretty cool feature about the tires is their bead lock. So you see these little screws back there. If you ever suck up any sand in there and the wheels become unbalanced, you can just take the wheels apart. You don't have to worry about any glue. You can clean out the inside of the tires, put it all back together. Very easy to maintain. I really like this setup for, you know, mild bashers. Let's just see if we can get this body to make it look a little bit better on this chassis. So basically all I'm going to do is just drop the body post down a little bit. That way it drops the body down. It'll make it look a lot sleeker. I ended up dropping the body post down as far as I can go in the front. And as you can see, this thing is looking a lot better. It definitely should have came like this right out the box. Don't have any rubbing issues. Even if you turn the wheel and compress it, the body barely touches. But how often do you land a hard landing with the wheels turned all the way? You would get barely any rubbing, if any. And that's with the wheels fully turned. So, yeah, that is definitely an improvement. Here it is next to the MJX 12212. They are more or less the same size. This one looks a little bit bigger. So I'd call this a mini 1/10 scale. You can see when you try to line them up, this thing is a little bit longer. So this DRC comes with a basic transmitter. Very good feeling in your hand. I like the look, but not too many options. You have a speed switch and the steering trim on and off button. Not too crazy, very basic transmitter, gets the job done. The range is so-so with this thing, but we'll see how it does with this model versus the one I had before, which is the Jeep one. All right, let's give this thing a quick speed run. It's about the same speed as the other one. But tires do not like the cold. Yep. fully pinned there. Fully pinned. Let's just see what it did. I'm assuming it did something like 24, 25 miles an hour. Stop read. 27, so better than expected, and about the same as the Jeep. And this is using the stock battery, so not too bad. Seemed a lot slower, but hey, I'll take 27. So I'm going to toss in this Urgenix 2200 milliamp hour LiPo battery. I believe this is the only LiPo I have that can fit in that battery tray. So let's get it in and see what we can do and see if we can get 30. Battery just barely makes it in there, but it fits. All right, let's see what this LiPo battery can do. Definitely has a lot more pep. Oh yeah. A lot more speed. Let's give it one more. A little too slippery to do a wheelie. Yeah, like I said, this is a beginner RC. Don't expect it to be crazy fast and have crazy acceleration. Come on, give us 30. Stop read. 29, almost. But yeah, we picked up a couple of miles an hour using a LiPo battery. Not bad. 30 miles an hour is plenty for most kids or teenagers. Just realized that whole speed run was done without a mic, so sorry about that. Let's just see how this thing jumps. Woo! Doesn't have a lot of wheel speed, and the transmitter has a slight delay, so I'm not expecting much, but we'll see how it does. Nice, wow, all right. Just floated along there. Full throttle. Perfect. Can't complain about that. Whoa, almost did a backflip. Let's see if we can do that backflip. Nope. But it lands them into the grass, which is pretty good. That's the size advantage with this thing. Very good beginner RC. Look at that. I know a lot of small scales that can't land right in the grass. This thing does. Some kid would love this thing. It's a little drier now, so the tires are gripping a lot better. Wow. Not bad. I will say the way this thing jumps impresses me a little bit. I was not expecting it to do this good. Right, let's give it a real durability test now, see if it goes over this. Oh, don't press the brake in the air. Let's try it one more time. Oh, oh. Doesn't have the speed to follow through. Oh, or correct. Hey, but at least it's durable. Oh, yeah, cannot correct it whatsoever. One more. There we go, front flip. How to save it. Nice. Oh. Oh. Yeah, I wish you just had that wheel spin. Oh, yeah, sometimes it just nosedives and you can't save it. Oh, that was rough. So yeah, overall, not a bad little beginner RC. Does good in the grass, jumps well enough. Not too fast, but not too slow. It is brushless, so that's good. Can't complain. Now in terms of pricing, they set it at $200, which I think is a little much for this thing, but if you can pick it up for like 150, 140, it's not bad for, you know, someone starting out in this hobby. There's definitely better RCs you can get for the money for $200, like the MJX 12212, but this is definitely way more beginner friendly. And it's pretty reliable. Perfect.